Welcome to Verbal Brick Radio, where we give you a verbal image of life, and we are everyday people. Like to welcome you all to the show. Look, if you hear any outside noise or whatnot, that's only because I am outside. I'm out in nature, so there's a lot going on. You might hear planes flying by. You might hear a lawnmower, hear a bird chirp. Anyway, but we want to get to the subject because we're dealing with melanin, which is nature. I just want to let you all know, and I hope this doesn't come as a shock or surprise to anyone, but there are those out there who are jealous at the fact that you have one drop of melanin. The racism is due to you have something that others want and they hate you for it. And the reason why they can't get over it because they don't know how to have or get what you have, and that's melanin. There's no way to inject it permanently into their skin or body. So when you wonder, well, what did I do to you? What's going on? Why? What's the problem? It's that melanin. And you always hear me say, look, whether you have one drop or trillions of drop of melanin, meaning the lightest of the lightest to the darkest of the darkest, they will hate you for that one drop. They will hate you for half a drop. They will hate you for being a quadroon or an octoroon. And there's nothing you can do about it. It's just what it is. So get over it, deal with it, and find a way to be proud of your melanin, whether you got a half a drop or trillions of drop. It's that drop that they hate, right? And it's nothing they can do, right, to obtain that melanin. So it is what it is. It's life, right? Now I'm going to play you all something. And these are all from mulattoes who have that drop and still being hated on by their white mother or a white parent. Y'all check this out. And this was on a TikTok video. It's called Their Blackness During Their Childhood. And it's wild. It is wild.
White moms or non-black moms can't show you a perspective like how black moms can. And that's not their fault. But we have to find that perspective on our own.
Mixed children who have white mothers tend to be more exposed to internalized racism and colorism because of the lack of intersectionality among white feminists.
People are like, yeah, children with white moms tend to be a little anti-black. And I was like, shoot, I got a white mom. I will admit that there was some definite anti-blackness like stuff when I lived with my white mom.
And my grandmother sees my brother's shirt, and he's wearing a shirt that looks just like this with Malcolm X and the rifle. And my grandma's like, really? Malcolm X with a gun? So violent.
We live in a predominantly white area in a country that's controlled by whiteness. The information that you receive about black people from society is all just stereotypes. This is what can cause them to begin to see their blackness in a negative light. Because no one at home is mentioning their blackness and how it's powerful and beautiful.
This is a Facebook post from my uncle. You can pause to read if you want. But basically, he was saying that he'll kill any Black Lives Matter or Antifa protester if defund the police were to actually be achieved. He knows that I'm very passionate about Black Lives Matter and have always been attending or organizing protests. So when he says stuff like that, he's directly threatening my life.
So many commenters were saying things like, oh, I didn't know my culture. I have a white mom and I didn't know my culture. Why would you expect a white woman to teach you about your black culture? Where was your black father? And the issue is misogynoir, where some black men, not all, but some black men are only with white women because of a closer proximity to whiteness, and they put down their own women and own culture as a result. Us mixed kids need to combat that misogynoir as well as the internalized racism.
Well, my mom was definitely like this before she had me, before they met. And she, the family was worse. Honestly, they had a nickname for my dad. It involved the N-word. That was really hard to find out.
So I posted on Facebook about neocolonialism and white tourism in the Bahamas, and here's my white family's response. My main problem is with this first sentence. Please remember that you're half or more white. That is so out of pocket. Like, how are you just gonna assume that my ancestors were sexually assaulted? Like, off rip.
In elementary school, I remember, like, telling people that I was white. Like, I never said black. And if people asked, I would say, oh, well, white and black. I would always put white first. And, like, I hated my hair. Like, I hated it.
If you want your child to be proud of who they are, their blackness is a part of that. You can't just pick and choose parts of our identity that you want to accept and dismiss the other. That just further reinforces the idea that blackness is taboo and negative.
You clearly don't know how race works because...
Wow, man, I'm telling you, it's like what people go through. You know, we have no idea of the ills on what people go through in this country. Meaning black people, melanated people, and mulattoes. I mean, you can imagine how hard they have it. Just imagine them going to Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner around their white families, and they're the only melanated person there. You know, and the hatred that they gotta feel and sense, the negative energy, the negative vibrations in the room, and they have to take it because they're taught something negative about their black side, so they're scared to embrace that side. And it's like, and you know, even if it's a white mom, she's not taking that child around the black father's family. You know, the mother takes a child around her family, and it's like, wow, you know, it's a trip. But you know, it is what it is. And that's a part of growing and teaching. But I want to tell all mixed race kids, society sees you as black. That Mother Nature will shine through. That indigenous hair, nose, and lips, it will shine through. No matter how light you are, you will have the features. You know, because black is dominant. Keep pushing on, and keep up the good fight, you know, and don't let no one try to make you think that black is not beautiful, because it is. You know, it is wonderful. It is the origin of civilization and life, and you're a part of that. So keep striving and keep up the good work right here on Verbal Pick Radio. Reminding you all to check out Black's Journey, a film by VCM Films and A-Tone Productions. It's on FlexNet TV and also vcmfilms.gumroad.com. That's vcmfilms.gumroad, gumroad.com. And let us know what you think, and any suggestions, please feel free. You can always email us at coldblac@icloud.com. Reminding you to check out Verbal Pick Radio. Just go look at the catalog, what is it called, the TV guide, the guide for Verbal Pick Radio on hmstv.org. You can watch it live, or you can watch it on Uverse or Comcast. And we're out.